My name is Andrea Kinzie, and for my professional research project, I am going to discuss how teachers can implement the arts into a middle school social studies classroom. My studies in dance education at Illinois State and my 10 years of experience in teaching dance to children has had an impact on my belief that arts integration into the curriculum is an important and necessary part of education. With the arts programs being cut in schools due to funding, arts integration into the curriculum is becoming necessary in the classroom in order for students to have an opportunity to be exposed to different art forms. The important questions I will answer during this presentation are: how can the arts be integrated into a middle school social studies classroom? And how can arts integration help students to retain the social studies content? I would like to begin by discussing the definition of arts integration and what curriculum integration entails. According to the Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts, art integration can be defined as an approach to teaching in which students construct and demonstrate understanding through an art form. Students engage in a creative process which connects an art form and another subject area and meets evolving objectives in both. These art forms include dance, drama, music, literary art, and visual art, combined with the core subjects of math, science, and social studies. Before I break down each art form, I would like to talk about the history of arts integration in education. Three pioneers in education believed firmly in integrating the arts and the benefits the arts have on student learning. As early as the 1800s, Horace Mann believed that it was imperative for students to learn about music and visual art to enhance the basic curriculum and further improve the quality of education. John Dewey also asserted that there was a positive connection between teaching the arts in the curriculum and cognition. Dewey's beliefs were influential on the arts being taught in schools starting in the late 1800s as well. Lev Vygotsky introduced his view on arts integration through the learning theory in the 1930s and believed that the arts helped to construct cognitive knowledge through the process of active learning. Recent research has shown there are several benefits to integrating the arts into the curriculum. Arts integration inspires creativity and promotes interest and engagement. Improved standardized test scores and grades have been associated with arts integration. Brain research has shown that arts integration connects the body and the brain to improve cognitive skills and development of the thought process. Real-world connections are formed by linking the content to meaningful experiences. According to recent research done by Mariel Hardiman, arts integrated instruction improves retention by prompting students to rehearse content through the use of various visual and performing arts activities, which may enhance student engagement. This type of instruction aids in the long-term retention of academic content and associates memories and different types of learning styles in order to create lasting connections to the content being taught. Next, I would like to talk about the definition of social studies in the middle school classroom. The National Council for the Social Studies defines social studies as the integrated study of the social sciences and humanities to promote civic competence. Within the school program, social studies provides coordinated, systematic study drawing upon several disciplines, as well as content from the humanities, mathematics, and natural sciences. The primary purpose of social studies is to help young people make informed and reasoned decisions for the public good as citizens of a culturally diverse, democratic society in an interdependent world. The national curriculum standards for social studies revolve around 10 themes. Here you can see the 10 themes listed for grades kindergarten through 12th grade. When teaching a specific social studies discipline, it is common that several themes may overlap. When developing an arts-integrated lesson in social studies, it is important to choose a national social studies standard and theme. Then, choose a national core art standard from the specific art form you would like to integrate. This helps to create clear objectives that you would like to measure and assess specific skills in the core subject and art form. In the next part of the presentation, I will discuss the different art forms, the benefits of integrating a specific art form, and how they can be implemented into a middle school social studies classroom. Implementing the visual arts into social studies can provide a glimpse into a historical time period, including lifestyles, societies, cultures, and the economy. Using a variety of visual arts such as paintings, photographs, and sculptures can demonstrate a history of events and can be displayed as a timeline of important dates. Visual art can also be used to teach geographical themes and provides a clear picture of places and landscapes. Through drama integration in social studies, students can reenact important historical events to help remember dates and significance of that specific event. Through pantomime, students can act out events or express the actions and emotions of people living in a certain time period. Students can also create a tableau to express a snapshot or still picture of a historical event. Music integration in social studies teaches students about values, traditions, and different cultures. Music can be used as a tool to introduce a social studies theme, a historical era, or a monumental event. Different cultural themes, languages, and cultural comparisons can be explored through music integration as well. Literary arts integration into core subjects is the most popular among teachers. Integrating literary arts can help students make connections to characters their own age, living in a certain place and time period. It can help students to understand emotions and perspectives of characters, which a social studies textbook does not provide. While reading certain books, poems, or short stories, students can make their own personal connections with past or present events. Through dance and movement integration in the social studies curriculum, students can learn dances from around the world to understand different cultures and rituals. Students can work in groups or collaboratively to create their own movement set to music to express historical events. Linking movement with certain words can help students to remember important vocabulary and concepts. This can include learning and creating different geographical landscapes using movement. Research has shown that dance and movement integration can increase engagement, helps to develop collaboration and social skills, along with body and spatial awareness. I will now discuss specific lesson plans that teachers can use to implement the arts in a middle school social studies classroom. The following are lesson examples from the Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts website called Arts Edge. In a visual art lesson, students can explore Greek mythology through visual art and sculptures and compare ancient Greek culture with the culture they live in today. In a drama-integrated lesson, students will learn what it is like to live during the Civil War by reading letters written by people living in that time period, and then performing a dramatic reading of the letter for the class. In a music-integrated lesson, students will learn about the civil rights group known as the Freedom Riders, and research the song We Shall Overcome to understand the power of group singing. In a literary arts lesson, students will learn about folk tales and Russian culture, then compare folk tales they may have heard during their own childhood. Finally, in a dance-integrated lesson, students will learn about ancient Egyptian rituals and interpret them through movement. There can be several challenges that teachers face when implementing arts integration into the curriculum. Some of these challenges are time restrictions due to lesson planning, curriculum requirements, state standards, and standardized testing. There may be a lack of professional development for arts integration in their school or area. Administration views of art integration can also be a challenge if the support is not there. Also, teachers may not know where to find resources for art integration or even where to start. Teachers can overcome these challenges by implementing the arts into each lesson in small amounts. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and try something new during the lesson. Remember to keep learning and researching ways to integrate arts into your lessons. Collaborating with other teachers can help to spark ideas. Also, inviting an artist or performer into your classroom is a start to arts integration that your students will enjoy and benefit from. Through this presentation, I have discussed many ways to implement the arts into a middle school social studies classroom, including dance, drama, music, visual, and literary arts. I also discuss how arts integration is linked to the retention of the social studies content, which can help students improve their grades and test scores. Recent research has shown the positive effects of art integration, such as inspiring creativity in our students, improved thought process, cognitive and social skills, the increase of student engagement, and it helps to reach multiple learning styles. I have included a list of teacher resources that can be helpful when implementing arts integration into the classroom. By implementing arts integration, we will keep students more engaged, encourage creativity, aid in making connections in the outside world, and assist in retaining the information being taught. By integrating art into the social studies curriculum, we will reach all learning styles and help our students to become well-rounded and academically successful.